Chapter 10, let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't make me break out into song. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. This amazing strategy came from my therapist way back when I was going through my divorce. She gave me this enormous gift, this method for forgiveness. This is a tool we can all use to let resentments go and let the past stay in the past. Mahatma Gandhi says, the weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. To hold on to resentment, hurt, and anger is to keep your heart closed off and sealed shut. We've all been hurt, and I know you've endured pain. I know you've endured loss. I know you've experienced awful things. I know people have hurt you. I know you've loved somebody who wasn't meant to be with you, and it was painful when it ended. But if you let go and give the gift of forgiveness to yourself, you'll become a magnet for real love. Forgiveness does not condone harmful actions of others. It gives you freedom. Forgiveness makes room for love to come into your heart. It creates more space for new thoughts, new energy. And if we don't forgive, then we are holding that space in the emotions that we do not want to create in the future. Think about meeting your beloved in the future. He'll have done things in the past that he is ashamed of. We all have things in our past that we wish we hadn't done. That includes your future love. You'll absolutely forgive him or her for whatever happened before you two came together. So you can do the same for yourself and anyone who has caused you pain. Treat yourself with the same compassion and love with which you'll treat your beloved spouse. Sometimes we get stuck on the pain from the past. We get stuck because we've been hurt so many times, and our thoughts keep us in the pattern of repeating the same thoughts over and over again. Thinking about the past experiences over and over causes us to re-experience that pain, re-experience that anguish, relive that pain over and over. It keeps us stuck. But doing this exercise I'm about to describe helps you release that anguish, helps you release those thoughts. It helps you come back to the present moment and the thoughts that you want in the life and the emotions that you want to create. When we focus on the pain from our past experiences, it promotes even more suffering. When we focus on what hurt us, we hurt more. When we focus on the lessons, the suffering can subside, and then we can transform. Every relationship that ended has taught you something very valuable. Every situation that caused you pain has taught you an incredibly valuable lesson. All the pain you've gone through has made you the amazing, gorgeous, wonderful woman you are today. You wouldn't want to change any of it because that would literally change everything. I was thinking about being molested as a child. It has happened to hundreds of thousands of children, and it most likely happened to the one who hurt me, I would imagine. I can't change the past, and if I were to change it, I would be a different person. Maybe that experience made me stronger. Maybe it made me more careful. Maybe that kept me from other more harmful situations I might have put myself in had I not been molested. Perhaps that experience gave me more compassion for children. Maybe that experience helped me keep my children safe. Maybe that experience made me more aware, got my spidey senses going, helped me listen to my gut. That experience made me not allow my kids to go to sleepovers until they were in junior high and had taken 5 years of karate. When my daughter Leah was about 6 or 7, I asked her if anyone had ever tried to touch her inappropriately. And she replied, no, but if they tried, I would kick them in the balls. Okay, perfect. When I asked my son the same question, he thought about it for a second. And he goes, Leah kicked me in the balls once. Sweet. I'm sure you deserved it, son. Such a relief. And as soon as I realized I was holding on to resentments of past relationships and blaming someone else for my unhappiness, this is the exercise that really helped me release it. And you're damn right, I did this exercise to let go of the boy who molested me. It's really, really powerful. So follow this one step at a time and write the following down in this order. So number one, you're going to write down every single thing that you appreciate from that relationship. You can appreciate the great memories, the good times, the fun trips, fun dates, and write it all out. Every single thing that you can think of that you appreciate. Appreciate specifically the lessons that you learned, specifically the memories. It was for my ex-husband, I specifically am so grateful, obviously, for my two amazing kids. He gave that to me. And just write every single thing. Take lots of time. Don't rush yourself. And really, it's a really powerful way to look at the gifts that came out of each relationship. And then once you've exhausted every single thing you can think of that you appreciate, start a new list and write out every single thing that you resent. Write down, I resent about that person, and get it all out on paper. I resent you for not being home as much as I wanted, or I resent you for blaming me. I resent you for the argument that we had, or you didn't have my back, or whatever. We all can think of. And the reason why it's so powerful is because it's really helpful to get our emotions and our feelings and our thoughts. It's really important to get them from in here, just percolating around in our brain, out of our body. Saying it out loud is really powerful, and journaling, writing it down is extremely powerful. Sometimes we need that. Just the act of writing it down will release them from percolating nonstop in your brain. So write down every single thing you can think of. The number of resentments you've been carrying around might actually surprise you. I realized I resented so many things and so many teachers. I had to do this exercise, I think, about 5 times. Where does all that anger come from? Once you recognize that your resentment is holding you back from the life that you really freaking want, it's easier to let it go. That doesn't mean it is easy, but it is easier because just the realization of all this percolating, all these thoughts, all these memories, all these resentments, all this anger, it's literally taking up space, constantly reworking, constantly running the old tapes. It's so much energy. Your brain actually doesn't even have room for anything new, a new energy, a new relationship, new thoughts and emotions. And you can be free of the resentments from the past relationships. So write down every single thing you can think of. Now, the third part. I regret. Oh man, you made mistakes too. Maybe 1 or 2, maybe itty bitty, teeny tiny mistakes. Yeah, we all make major mistakes all the time. And it's really, really helpful. It's like you're looking at the situation objectively and you're flushing out all of your thoughts and feelings and emotions, getting them out of your brain, get them all out on paper. Write down everything you regret and take responsibility for everything you wish you would have done differently, what you could have done differently, and getting them all out, taking extreme ownership and extreme radical responsibility helps us release the blame. Once you can take the blame away, take responsibility. I made mistakes. Making mistakes is part of the human experience. It's part of humanness. It's not possible not to make mistakes. And once you can get them all down on paper, out of your brain, then they don't have as much weight. They don't have as much control over us. You can work on releasing them and forgiving ourselves. Some of my regrets, I wrote down, I regret buying a house that was too expensive. I shouldn't have bought that house. I regret focusing too much time on my career. I think I spent way too much time focusing on my job and not enough time on my marriage. I regret spending too much money, not managing my money better. And my list was huge. It took up pages and pages. I won't drag you through all the things I regret, but you get it all out. Get it all out on paper. And then when you exhausted each list, I want you to take that list outside or to a fireplace, get a fire resistant container. Skip that step if you're using your fireplace. Tear it up into 100 pieces, throw it into that container fireplace, and I want you to light it on fire. You literally need to burn it. Take deep breaths, watch it burn, watch it evaporate, and see it as if your brain is evaporating all of that resentment, all of that regret, all of that shame, all of that anger, and you're just burning it. You're releasing it, letting it go. And if you're holding on to resentments from more than one relationship, just get started on your list for teacher number 2, teacher number 3, as many as you need. And if you're thinking about a person in your past makes you feel angry and bitter still, and doing this exercise really, really help release that. Say a prayer or meditate and go celebrate after you burn the list. Pour a glass of champagne and do a happy dance, because it is possible to forgive and let go. I didn't attract real love until I did this specific exercise many times. I let go of all of the resentment and the anger I'd been holding on to inside. I didn't even realize I'd held on to so much blame and anger until I started writing. And awareness is the first step to learning. I finally had the awareness that I had so much anger and resentment and blame still after all these years. And that made me believe that I was a victim of my past circumstances. But you're not a victim. You're not broken because bad things happened. Bad things happen to all of us. And every relationship is a teacher. Every relationship can make us wiser if we acknowledge what gifts came out of it. Every relationship, no matter how long it was or how much it hurt, it still can be a gift. And forgiveness is also a gift you give yourself. Now, when I was single and manifesting John, I did not know about RTT. So I just wanted to add that since I have become a therapist, a hypnotherapist, hypnotherapy allows you to access your subconscious mind and really discover what's still in there. Because sometimes when we do some of these exercises, we may still not have the awareness of the things and the thoughts and the anger, the resentments, whatever it is that we're holding on to, is just not aware of it because it's not in our conscious mind, it's in our subconscious mind. So RTT, if you're not able to feel the results that you want or feel the emotions, the feelings, the emotions that you really want to create by just doing some of these strategies, then that's where RTT can come in and help you get into the subconscious, help you figure out what beliefs are still in there, and then help you release them and feel that release, feel that lightness. So if you have any questions at all, you can email me or hit me up, DM me. I'd be happy to talk to more. Quick recap. Let it go. Okay, so first you're going to write down everything you appreciate. In the first person, I appreciate, then get them all out. Every single thing that was a gift of that relationship. Number 2, I resent. Every single thing that you resent about that person, about that relationship. And then number 3, I regret. None of us are perfect. It doesn't exist. There's always takes 2 to tango, right? It's really powerful to write down and take responsibility for the things that you regret. And every single thing you can think of and complete each sentence. Then burn the list. Be grateful that you're burning the list. You're letting it go. Our thoughts are so powerful. Say to your brain that I am letting this go. I am releasing this. You're watching it. And then you just take deep breaths and have a little celebration if you want.